Imagine this. Everything that has ever happened to you, every heartbreak, every failure, every embarrassing mistake was meant to happen. Not just tolerated. Not just okay, but exactly right. That's the idea behind Amor Fati, a Latin phrase meaning love of fate. But here's the twist. Amor Fati isn't about passively accepting your circumstances. It's about embracing them so completely that you transform pain into power and suffering into strength. By the end of this video, you'll see how this mindset can completely change the way you live. Welcome to the Why Machine, where we explore timeless wisdom, philosophy, and the big questions that shape our lives. If you've ever felt crushed by setbacks or overwhelmed by things you can't control, Amor Fati is the antidote you've been searching for. Today, we'll break down what Amor Fati really means, why thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche and the Stoics swore by it, and how you can practice it in your own life starting today. The phrase, Amor Fati, comes from Latin. Amor meaning love, and Fati meaning fate. At its core, it means love your fate. But this isn't just about accepting what happens to you. Acceptance is neutral. Amor Fati is radical. It's an active love of reality, good or bad. Nietzsche put it bluntly. My formula for greatness in a human being is Amor Fati. That one wants nothing to be different. Not forward, not backward, not in all eternity. In other words, true strength comes not from wishing life was easier, but from embracing every twist of your story, even the darkest parts. Let's face it, most of us spend a huge part of our lives resisting reality. We replay mistakes in our heads, we stew over unfairness, we cling to what-ifs. This resistance makes suffering heavier. Amor Fati flips the script. When you love everything that happens, even pain, it becomes fuel for growth. Think of athletes. Every muscle tear makes them stronger. Philosophers like Marcus Aurelius understood this well. In Meditations, he wrote, "A blazing fire makes flame and brightness out of everything thrown into it." That's Amor Fati in action. The hardships of life become the very material that strengthens your character. Both the Stoics and Nietzsche preached Amor Fati, but they approached it differently. The Stoics saw it as alignment with nature. Everything unfolds according to reason, so resisting reality is pointless. They practiced inner calm, treating challenges like training exercises for the soul. Nietzsche, on the other hand, gave it a more fiery twist. For him, Amor Fati wasn't just calm acceptance. It was a passionate yes to life, even to tragedy. He asked us to imagine living our lives over and over for eternity. The same mistakes, the same losses. Could you still say yes to that? That's true, Amor Fati. So, whether you prefer the Stoics' serenity or Nietzsche's defiant passion, the lesson is the same. Embrace life as an island. So, how do we actually apply this? Let's make it practical. The next time something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why me?" ask, "How can this serve me?" Lost your job? Maybe it's the push you needed to reinvent yourself. Got rejected? Maybe it's clearing space for someone better. The Stoics often called obstacles training weights for the soul. Imagine life as a gym. Every frustration, every insult, every loss is like adding another plate to the barbell. Pain is resistance. Growth is the reward. Gratitude isn't just for good times. Try being grateful for your struggles. Write down 3 things you're grateful for in a bad situation. This rewires your brain to see setbacks as blessings in disguise. Nietzsche's thought experiment is brutal but transformative. Picture living this exact life, every detail on repeat forever. Would you curse your existence? Or could you learn to say yes? Amor Fati pushes you toward the latter. And remember, Amor Fati isn't about becoming some Zen master overnight. Start with small irritations, traffic jams, bad weather, rude comments. Learn to see them as opportunities to practice this radical mindset. We live in a world obsessed with control. We want perfect health, perfect jobs, perfect relationships, But life is chaos, and fighting that chaos only makes us miserable. Amor Fati is a revolutionary response. It says, stop fighting reality. Stop wishing for a different life. Love this one. This doesn't make you passive. In fact, it makes you unstoppable. When you stop fearing loss and hardship, you become truly free. So, here's your challenge. The next time life throws you something unexpected, don't just accept it, love it. Ask yourself, how can this moment shape me into someone stronger? That's Amor Fati in action. If this video gave you a new perspective, hit that like button, share it with someone who could use a little wisdom today, and subscribe to the Why Machine for more deep dives into philosophy and ancient wisdom. Thanks for watching, and remember, love your fate, and you'll never be defeated by it.